Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Well, our next guest made his way here today by way of working in the fields in Bakersfield, earning a degree at UCI and a master's degree at Harvard before landing in the State Assembly. And he's Jose Solorio, and we are happy you're here today.
No, glad to be here.
Now, education has been a really big part of your life. It made a difference. It changed, where you are today. How were you able to make the transition from the fields to Harvard to the Assembly?
Well, I, like many others, were the products of a good education, and that's why in my career I spent so much time trying to improve it and make sure that future generations have a good education. But for me, I was raised with very humble roots there in Kern County. And working out in the hot fields, I decided I did not want to do that the rest of my life, as well as I wanted to see how I could help others around me. And we had a good K-12 education system there in Kern County. Went to UC Irvine, ultimately went to Harvard, and now I feel like it's my obligation to give back to others and make sure that they have a good education, K-12, and then college as well.
So you have come up with a scholarship foundation to help kids in your district, I assume because you see a little bit of yourself in them.
Yeah, in my district, I represent Anaheim, Garden Grove, and Santa Ana. A lot of kids living in poverty, a lot of families going through many struggles, and as they're thinking about college, my wife's a high school teacher, and in researching all these issues, I found it's $50 to $60 per application to college. So one, I thought there was a need for help there, and then those personal statements that you got to write for the UC, very stressful. So I thought, anything we could do in both those two areas would be well received. Okay,
so how are you going to help, and how do kids get involved in this?
Well, we have a website called www.solorioscholars.com. We have an application process that starts in October. Applications are due at the end of October, and again, we help them with their personal statements for the UC. We pick 25 of them, and we help them with their fees for applications, because again, $50 to $60 per applications. And then we also, along the way, for everybody, and we've helped about 300 people thus far, we help them with financial aid workshops, workshops on how to pick the right college and major, and all those things are very good for the students.
There is a lot of debate these days about AB 131 that would provide state financial aid to illegal immigrants. What is your position on that, and to critics who say that the financial aid support, state-funded support, should go to American citizens only?
Well, what I've seen is that, all families here in California, since day one in school, we say, hey, study hard, work hard, go to college. And my feeling is that everybody deserves a good education. That's what the federal government asks of us. I feel very bad for those families that have undocumented children. Those children did not come on their own, through an illegal status.
But isn't it inherent that the families came on their own that caused the children to be illegal immigrants?
Definitely the parents, might have done something wrong, but again, here the focus on education. I think, everybody is better off with a college education. And again, I do feel bad for those that came here through no will of their own in an undocumented way. I feel very badly of those types of circumstances. But we got to, move on, be positive, and make sure everybody has a good education.
Okay, what are the circumstances that allowed you, what was the link that allowed you to go from high school to college? How did you get that help?
Well, I had good teachers that gave me, good counsel, good help on my personal statement, and really just the motivation that, you came from humble roots, but college is for you. And I think that's the main message we got to share to kids throughout the state. Okay.
Jose Solorio, thank you very much for being here today.
No, thank you.
And thank you for tuning in, and stay with us. More HLN next.